Good morning. I don't know if you can tell, but the water tank is overflowing. Just had to get that real quick. Got to shut the pump off. Alright, quick chore this morning. That needle is pegged all the way to the right because somebody closed that blue valve while the pump was running. So I've destroyed that gauge, but it's also a gauge that you have to climb up the hill to read. So I'm going to try to put a sight glass on it. It should work, and hopefully I'll be able to see it from down below. So this should go quick. All right. There's the water level, which corresponds with the overflow, so that's good. And it's just tie wrapped around there. If that tie wrap comes off, of course, we lose everything in the storage tank. But that won't happen for a while. A little worried about, threading something in there and tying it in because of filling and overflowing. And also when I'm drawing down, I don't know how water or air tight the lid is. Anyway, it's going to work for a while, and I probably am not going to be able to see it from down below either. Okay, next. On a side note, yesterday I started the pump. It was totally empty. It only had like 18 inches in it when I got back at the start of April, and I probably filled the trailer probably 6 times, but 2 of those 6 times I forgot I was filling it and ran an extra, probably filling it 6 more times out onto the ground. So it's like 12 fills. It might be close to an inch per 50 gallons, which that takes. It probably could be easily calculated, but I left the ladder up there. Well, the tubing, I tried cutting down like an earplug, actually a fluorescent one, which would have worked perfectly, but that inner diameter is only 1/4 inch, so it's not going to be big enough to see either. But for some reason I was thinking the smaller it is, the less algae will grow in it. Anyway, I'm not going to think about that for a while. Okay, the current plan, which changes daily almost. First of all, the 1,200 square feet of roof I'm putting in here, thanks to ChatGPT, or any AI, I guess, it's estimating with 95 miles an hour wind, which, is how you're supposed to design stuff out here, needs about 80,000 pounds of hold down strength. If I drilled 18-inch diameter holes 2 feet down 9 on one side and 9 on the other. That comes up to about 35,000 pounds or something like that, which is not enough. But I think I'm going to kind of wing it. This thing is temporary, of course. It could only be here anywhere from 3 to 10 years, depending on the retirement schedule. So I think what I've decided to do is just, I'm either going to go rent a hole, like an auger drilling thing that can make nice, neat holes, or I can attempt to put the excavator to use for the first time, and that would obviously save that money, but just worried about that thing snapping off too soon before I at least get all this potting soil out of here. Anyway, the hole digging is coming soon, or at some point, but today I'm just going to try to again get this semi-flat, still a mound here, and that's all high there, so I'm just going to do some scraping, some digging. Fast forward. Well, it's not that bad. Take out this little hump right there, I think. Boy. This is all by eye. I bought a laser, and unfortunately it's indoor, so it's worthless out here. That string is fairly level, but it's difficult to move the string over the area. So I decided I'm just going to do this by eye, and then my trench, or my, where all the posts are going, those have to be the right height. And I'm hoping that's not going to be that hard to do. If I dig the hole too deep, I just need to buy more concrete. So I'm guessing I'm just going to have them, well, the base plate has to be there with all the tie downs connected to it when the concrete truck comes. So when he starts filling up the holes, just going to tell him to stop about halfway up that base rail, and that way it gives me a little wiggle room to push things down or up depending on level. So that's kind of the plan. All right, just a little more. Definitely wavy, but that's half the width of the carport. I think once it gets dark tonight, I'm going to go out and see how much higher it is over there than it is over here. I am expecting a lot of dirt to come out of these holes, so that's where a lot of this is going to get filled in, the dirt for this area. But if you look at this string, if it's level, I mean the line level was level on this edge and in the middle, which is a pretty good sign that it's level. I don't look like I'm that far off. And again, I just got to make sure that I can make one, I think it's 4 inches wide, piece of steel is level. And that's going to be an interesting moment. All right, unless I have something else, I'll see you tomorrow.